Can you hear me? Test, test.
Yep.
All right. Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Griffith. I'm from Brooklyn, and my family's from Guyana.
My name is Carmen Salas. My family's from Mexico, and I'm from Brooklyn.
Hi, everyone. I'm Peter Rose. My family's from Jamaica, and I'm from Brooklyn.
So to get started, I want to talk about what local buzz is and how it kind of came to fruition. So to start, we really wrestled around with what project we could build that actually solve a real issue that's going on currently, and one that'll actually allow real people to kind of interact in a new way. What we settled on was Local Buzz, a platform that's by local businesses for local businesses. And the reason for that is because in the local climate, we felt that a lot of local businesses were being left out. They didn't necessarily have the resources they would need, or kind of just the community to help each other, especially now in the time of need. So.
Local Buzz was built in the front end using React components.
Having a little trouble hearing you, Carms.
Oh, sorry. Local Buzz was built mainly in the front end using React components, React router. We used Grommet and React Bootstrap as well. And then in the back end, we have JWT, Postgres in our database. We have bcrypt for encryption, and our API is built on Node.
So as PM, I kind of wrestled for a long time with kind of defining not only the relationship of all the components in the project and my relationship with the project itself. At the start, I was always well, I like to say to myself, like, I would be happy going into the cave and coding whatever needs to get done. But as the PM, you can't necessarily do that. You have to have an overview of the project compared to what a normal engineer would have. I have to see what the front end is delivering, what you need to look at, and what the back end is delivering, and what I need for the back end as well. So to do that, I created an entity relationship diagram to start, and we iterated on it multiple times to make sure that at any stage of the project, we all knew what the front end should have and what the back end should have, and how those interact with each other. And putting it together, we were able to work almost asynchronously, where we could have one person develop a feature that we know is connected to this feature, and we could kind of mimic a workflow of what it would be like to have a ticket system for, we have a ticket for this, we take that ticket and assign it to someone else.
One of the challenges that I had is that I really wanted to implement a seamless and engaging user experience. One of the features that I added to our register form to create this fun and engaging user experience is I added an avatar customization form. One of the challenges with this form was that every time a user changed an option to change the avatar, we wanted this avatar to change on the form in real time and render. So I took the time to, behind the scenes, keep track of every time a user changes an option on the form to render the avatar. And the impact of this, you could go to the next slide, is that we have avatars that are customized and unique for every user, and it just kind of gives a fun element to our website.
So for me, a challenge that I experienced was essentially trying to create a more reliable database. And since React is required for this project, a question was, how am I going to run React and an Express database in the backend as well? So I decided to just use Postgres and brush up on SQL initially, so I can make sure that our queries are solidified in the models and that our controllers are actually able to manipulate the models when a user hits a certain endpoint. And the solution to this was, yes, brushing up on SQL, but also incorporating a little bit of Next.js. Now, what this does is it allows me to essentially create our database in its entirety, all our tables, all our columns, and all of its properties, and populate that database as well with seeds. Now, since our project is open source, anybody that takes up this project will be able to get that same database with those same entries within it, and then continue work after that. And excuse me. And the benefits to this is that it gives my team a lot of confidence that the data that they're manipulating is, one, encrypted, secured, and that they know how to move around the JSON object. And they know how to essentially make sure that the React components render the data it brings back in its entirety, and that we're not worrying about if our user is correctly hitting what endpoint. We focus entirely on the front end because we're not worrying about the back end. We know that the back end is solidified and the back end is secure. And if you move to the next article there, okay, that's fine. Okay, now we'll do a demo.
Yeah. So if I can we all see this? Is this view? Okay. So this is our landing page, and we kind of wrestled with the fact of what a user should hit when they actually get in the forum. So we wanted to say, maybe we can immediately link them to the content. Maybe we have them log in first, and we decided to have them log in first simply because we felt that to use the platform, you've got to be willing to engage, since this lives and dies by like people willing to add content and kind of promote each other rather than just saying, oh, this is our vision of what local businesses should do. So if we scroll down, this is just a bit of information where you could have tags to see what people are talking about. And if you want to join the conversation, you have to sign in. But just to be simple, let's just run sign out instead. So this is our avatar where we can make whoever we want. Let's say we give them a nice little straight haircut. You know what? How about we make Maya? Does that sound nice? Let's make Maya. So maybe we'll keep her hair color as black instead. Maybe we'll give her accessories. Let's give her some round glasses.
There we go.
And finally, we'll give her. What are you feeling like? What you feeling like? Hoodie, Maya?
That's how you've mainly seen me for the last 3 months, so it seems appropriate.
Yep, that's me. You notice here that we actually want the full name, and simply because these are businesses interacting, we want them to actually be able to maybe have a proud owner of a business on the forum, and they could see and eventually link to where they work. You're gonna have to help me on the last name, but I'll leave it this just to keep safe. Username, let's keep the username as something, I don't know, Maya v Marcy. Just keep the Gmail simple, and then the password. And we are based in Brooklyn. So you sign up, and now you have to sign in. And now we logged in. So if you can see now, these are all the posts of users on the platform. Some of them have likes, and you notice this is grayed out. That's because we haven't liked it. Let's say I go in, I read up what this is about. I'm say, oh, that's pretty good. You can comment and say, this is the greatest ever. Comment. Got my comment right there. It shows the newest one. I can leave back, it reloads, and I can walk around and say, oh, I want to see a post under COVID response. I get that, where it's tagged under COVID response, and I want to see one on management. It just so happens that Mark has 2 different posts. He must be an avid chatter. And let's say I really like this post. I said it was great, it was fantastic, I could like it. Now you see that I have liked it compared to someone else. And if I go back, I'd say, okay, that was great. Maybe I want to do a post to myself. I can set the title that this is the Create this post. For coming here. Let's put this under random. The industry. We keep the industries pretty strict, but in the future we decided that we might just leave this open for the users. And base it in Brooklyn. So now we have our newest post here. And if we were to check our profile page, you can see her profile, where Maya's from, and her post. And then when we're done here, we can actually log out. And that was a good run through of our application.